So this is my weekly build update on the Integra and a little update on the garage. So the Integra is finally back on the ground. We did some minor changes in the engine bay, like make this little catch can bracket that's kind of mounted to the transmission. You see that? I'm not sure if you guys can see that way back there. And then we clocked the vibrant catch can right here a little bit differently. So if you guys are curious what catch can setup I'm using, that's a vibrant can right there with the gritty confetti lines that go all the way over to my level 7 quick vent. So no major changes in the engine bay other than those things, but we did change up the suspension. I'm sure you guys seen the video that I posted recently, but I swapped out the brake pads to the DTC 70, so a little bit more aggressive, but I've already been using aggressive pads, the Nissan Type Rs, and as you can see, it's always black here. We did add a bump stop on here and change a couple of alignment settings, so I need to take this thing out to an alignment shop and have her redone, and then we should be able to take this thing out to the next track day. The last time I took this out was at Grid Life, Laguna Seca, I think. So yeah, inside wise, we did add the Hyper EPS electronic power steering column. So from the Jimny. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that. That's the motor right there. And then I added a little spring to the gas pedal back there. And that's pretty much it. The inside of this car is pretty plain. I swapped out my steering wheel to suede. This is a 320 mil, and then it's got a Momo yellow thing over there, or the horn button. I don't have a horn button anyways, or I don't have a horn, I have a horn button. And spoon gauge cluster. Everyone's really in love with those. They're cool, but way too overpriced for what they are. And then this is a aluminum cap for the sunroof. This is a LS, so I started off with a sunroof. And that's pretty much it for that car. It's just ready for alignment. And then I got a bunch of parts right here from our friends at AFE and Burger Motorsports. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff with a G70 daily build. So we got an intercooler right here. We have a new cold air intake, and a lot of people have been wanting me to try out this intake. This is a completely sealed off intake, so no more sucking in hot air from the engine bay. Will it make more power? I don't know. We're gonna go test it anyways, because we always dyno our changes, right? At least for the G70 build. And then we got some charge pipes. I'm not sure if you know what charge pipes are. Looks like these. And I did get them in red because, yeah, that's kind of like my theme. And then these are the cold side. And then look at this, JB4, baby. So the boys at Burger Motorsports hooked it up with the JB4, and also the CPI kit, so charge pipe injection. So I'm adding a seventh injector into the car. The injector is right here. Check this out. Ooh, man. I'm not really looking forward to installing all this stuff because this is gonna be like a 2-day project. So yeah, there's a lot to install here. And I got a bunch of other knickknacks like, you know, billet oil can little things and more billet stuff. And this is a strut tower brace that's billet as well. And we got some fancy bolts right here for the strut tower. That's titanium. So yeah, if you guys have like a Stinger or a Genesis, these guys, Burger Motorsports, they sell a lot of cool stuff for our cars. And then over here, I got a new wing for the AZ1, a little baby car that we've kind of forgot about. It's just sitting here. We're gonna be working on this soon. And I also got this giant box. You guys are curious what this giant box is for. This is actually for the Miata. So Little Red's getting some updates this year. We're gonna go back to Miata content. This is actually a brand new front bumper that I found in Japan. So yeah, super excited. So yeah, this whole friggin' area of my garage is full of parts right now. So I kind of need to catch up on installing things and working on cars. So if you guys are curious why I never drive, say, the Porsche or the stock Miata or the AZ1 as much, even the Integra, it's because I'm always wrenching or doing something. And if I'm not wrenching, I'm either traveling or working. So I gotta like pick my battles.